Hello and welcome to Gap38.
You all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got a guest.
Yes, we've got a guest.
Suzanne. We've got a guest. Suzanne. Introduce Suzanne properly first. In a minute. We'll do the introductions first. What am I talking about? What am I talking about?
You're saying hello to Suzanne.
Hello to Suzanne. Right.
Family friends.
The family friends.
Yes, we'll get to the full introduction.
Unlike the
Unfriendly welcome.
No. I was thinking unlike the access card that used to be the flexible friend. Remember access?
Yeah.
This one wouldn't remember access. We remember access.
Was it a MasterCard?
Yeah, it was a credit card, wasn't it? Your flexible friend, or your flexible unfriendly friend. Yeah. Anyway, hello, welcome to Gap38. As normal, for those of you who are new to listening and those of you who are not new to listening, we still have to do it legally anyway, possibly legally now.
Legally, morally, ethically.
Legally, morally, ethically, and whatever. Completely improvised. We have no idea what we're going to talk about. Well, we've got a bit of an idea what we're going to talk about. We've no idea of what we're going to say, how we're going to say it, why we're going to say it. So therefore, we will probably offend someone. So if you are easily offended,
Fuck off now.
there is only one trigger warning, which is
Fuck trigger warnings.
you have been warned. Right, that's done.
Yes,
How are
that's
you?
done. I'm
You
good.
So,
Yes.
Suzanne, famous people you've never heard of. Suzanne.
Me.
She's very funny. We'll introduce Suzanne in a minute. Right, so say hello to our two regulars, Tim and
Hello.
Lord Chimpley. How is the Chimpers? Have you heard from Chimpers?
I have.
Is the
in
Chimpers
fact.
back? Is the Chimpers back in the UK?
Yes, he has said that he is, and I will
Right.
get his
Yeah.
message up for us now.
Okay. So you look for Chimpers. While you're looking for Chimpers, did you see that story on the BBC? Sorry, I've got to find her name again. Where she's story on the BBC, right? That the head of Homeland Security in America,
Yes.
right, Christy Naomi, right, lost her handbag. You like going to America, don't you?
I do like
Yeah,
going
you
to
like
America.
going to
Very
America,
much so.
right? Okay, you're very security conscious when you go to
I'm very
America,
security
and you look
conscious.
after your handbag and or
Definitely.
purse, as they call it. Yeah,
Yes.
right. Okay, right. So, head of Homeland Security, Secretary of Homeland Security, had her handbag stolen in a restaurant, right, in Washington.
With her security detail present?
Yes, she has security. She gets the CIA security detail. Yes, they were there as well. She was in this restaurant with her family. She had $3,000 in cash in her handbag.
Wow.
She also had a White House pass and a Homeland Security pass. You know, and the Secret Service security detail, and it still went missing.
Look,
How does that happen?
Well, I don't want to pass blame on to anyone, but I have a theory
Right?
that the almighty leader and shadow controlling officer Elon Musk realized that she was going to be a problem for his hostile takeover of the American government and required that she be removed, but it would be too messy to hurt her, so hired someone in to go and steal her pass so she couldn't get into work.
With the $3,000 that's in the handbag, I can buy the emerald mine in South Africa.
That he never grew up in.
Yeah. My daddy told me it's there. So right, so Chimpers.
Yes, the good Lord
The good Lord
Chimply.
Chimpley. Have you ever met the good Lord Chimpley?
No, I haven't.
You're not? No. He's a very nice, well, apparently he's a very nice man. We've not met him either.
No, very
No.
elusive.
Very elusive. Yes.
Yes.
So Chimpers.
Good Lord Chimpers.
Good Lord Chimpers.
His message saying, back in England and looking forward to a Jeeves prepared bath.
Didn't take Jeeves with you to the Indian Ocean?
It would appear not, no.
Yes. The good Lord Chimpley has this butler that's just purely for running a bath and bath time.
Wonderful.
That's proper posh, isn't it?
Is that a milk bath? Is that a proper
I don't
bath?
know. We've not asked.
We've not asked.
So Suzanne wants to know. Our special guest Suzanne wants to know: is it a milk bath?
Yes.
So
And
please,
if
Lord,
it is a milk bath,
Yeah.
what are the benefits of this milk bath?
that's cracking. Right. So what is the benefits of the milk bath? Yeah.
Yes. We would really like to know
And if
this.
it's not a milk bath, why is it not a milk bath?
Right. And if it is a milk bath, is it cow's milk bath, ass's milk bath, or a goat milk bath?
No, I think it's the posh milk.
The posh milk.
It's
Yeah.
coconut milk.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Right. So the posh milk, that's from like the posh cows.
It's not from cows, it's from coconut.
Coconuts.
Coconut milk. Posh milk is coconut milk.
How do you milk a nut?
You crack it.
All right. I just had visions again. Okay.
He then messaged us with
Right,
a
sorry, go on.
question.
Yeah, a question.
He's also added a question
A
on.
question. Yes.
Just heard Angela Rayner received £20,000 from Lord Ali, and she has claimed did nothing in return for it. He would like to know, other than perhaps Harpoon Lammy, what things would each of you Gap38ers be prepared to do for £20,000? I think it might be an idea that we extend the question to our special guest as well.
What would you do for 20 grand?
Nothing. It's a bit cheap.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've got to put a few more zeros on the end before I'm interested.
Yeah. I'll go with that.
Yeah.
I'll go with that. Yeah.
I mean, be a fine, upstanding citizen of the local area. I'll do for 20 grand because I do that for free anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. So for 20 grand, what would I do for 20 grand? A couple of rest days, I suppose.
That's cheap.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but we've got to cut back, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still too cheap.
We-
Add some zeros and then I'm interested.
Yeah, I'll
Take
go
those
with
zeros
that.
out your life.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Oh, excuse me.
You tell
Yeah.
me to stick
Yeah,
those
that's
zeros.
right,
down
yeah,
the
yeah,
top,
we could do.
you?
We could do. So we've heard from Tim Pearson as
We've
well.
heard from Tim Pearson as
We've heard
well.
from Tim Pearson, right? One of you is Starmer, the other is Lord Ali. You are both in Ali's penthouse apartment, and the news of your affair has just leaked. How might the conversation go?
They found out.
They found out.
Oh,
You mean they found out?
it's apparently the news has found out
They found out. Found out what?
about us.
About us. Did you know about us?
No, I didn't know about you.
No.
Now I was running out the room. Now I'm
No,
running
they
in the
didn't know.
room.
What about us?
Apparently, there's some form of an affair or something the media think they
An
found
affair?
out about.
An affair? Do you know about an affair?
I didn't
You
know
know
about an
You
affair.
don't know about an affair?
No, I'm very
no,
interested to know
no.
about the affair. Why am I not in on the
Right,
affair?
Yeah. Who's having the affair?
I don't know. Apparently,
Is it Angela again?
apparently it's us now. I mean,
It's
Angela's apparently involved, but apparently it's us too.
That's it.
Apparently, I mean that's what the media's reporting.
That's what the
and-
readers reporting.
yes,
Ah,
and that means that the
so-
public are going to think it's true. Let's make a public statement.
It's not true.
It wasn't me.
No, it wasn't me either.
It definitely wasn't me because I didn't know anything about it.
Right, okay.
So there was no.
So
affair.
did they catch us on the counter?
No, it wasn't me.
In the shower?
No, it wasn't me.
In the bedroom?
No, it wasn't me.
Oh, no. What's Mrs. Starmer going to say?
Heavens, I would like to think.
She's going to ask if she can join in. That's like no. What was that look for?
You said something again,
That's
didn't
an
you?
interesting conversation off the record.
Yeah. So it's company three's an orgy. Anyway, yeah. So, it is on the record. Yeah. Yeah. Another 10 spokesman said. That's a point. Do you think I could get a job in public relations?
You could get one, you couldn't keep it.
Yeah. What type of public relations?
Well,
The
so-
trying not to offend you without offending you?
No.
Or they're trying to offend you deliberately?
Do I have to try to offend someone?
No.
Do I have to try?
No.
If I'm offending someone, do I
But
have
it
to
come
try?
with a warning.
It
So
would,
it would
yeah.
come with a warning to say there is this possibility.
Yeah.
This could
Yeah.
occur.
Here's a public service announcement.
Yes.
Fuck trigger warnings. Don't cross the road without looking. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
so-
or you might get run over.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, right, Suzanne, famous person we've never heard of.
Me.
You, yes. We hear you're famous because you know a lot about spatulas.
Yeah. Absolutely. For all the wrong reasons.
So what is it about spatulas that you like?
They're a tool that has many uses.
Really?
Absolutely.
Would you like to list some of them
The
uses?
spatula is not for cooking with.
Not for cooking.
The spatula is for when people have been naughty. Yeah. The spatula is for driving the car.
Driving
when
the car. How do you drive the car with a
With the
spatula?
spatula, I'm feeling a bit lazy and I don't want to
okay,
turn the steering wheel properly.
Okay, yeah.
Spatula is for picking my nose.
Picking your nose.
Picking my nose, yeah.
With the wide end or thin
The
end?
wide, definitely
the
wide
end.
end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I suppose that makes sense, really, because you've got the slits in there, and I'm guessing they're useful for when you're picking your
Mm.
nose.
And that's
Yeah.
why it's used for scratching
Scratch
your back afterwards.
your back.
Ah,
Yeah, so pick, scratch back.
Yeah.
Drive the car. Yeah.
Stirring the paint.
Stirring the paint. Yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned naughty people. What do you do with spatula with naughty people?
Comes back to your 3 people together.
Yeah.
And a spatula can be rather interesting.
Really?
Yes.
So we take spatulas. You take spatulas to orgies then? Is that what you're saying?
Gasoline as well. There's all sorts of things you can do with
Excellent.
spatula.
Excellent. Yeah. And a game of Twister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know,
Yeah.
if you fall over, then maybe the
Yes.
yes.
Yes. Yes. Well, thank you.
You're
Yes,
welcome.
thank you.
Yes.
That
Yes.
surprised you, didn't
It
it?
did. Yeah. And anything else about spatulas?
They're the most interesting implement ever.
Well, okay.
Multi-purpose, multi-useful.
Yeah, so,
Don't forget they come in many different colours, many
Yeah.
different sizes, so they appeal to all.
right. So who invented the spatula?
I have absolutely no idea.
But you're a specialist in spatulas.
Now, I am a specialist in spatulas, but I don't know who invented them because there are many. Mr. Tesco's,
Mr. Tesco's. Right. Okay.
and then many other
Okay.
varieties are
Right.
available.
Right. Because I did read somewhere that the inventor of spatulas was a German scientist, stroke chef, Herr Spatula.
Ah, that's where
And
the
it was
name
not,
comes
that's where the name
Well,
comes from. Yeah.
from.
I
Back
don't-
to
What do you-
German
yeah,
engineering
yeah,
again.
absolutely.
so I don't know if
Absolutely,
he
The same as the roller
invented them,
coasters,
but I
the
know
best
he's where the
roller
name came
coasters.
from.
Yeah. Apparently he invented them. Yeah.
Didn't realise that.
Mr. Spatula. Yes. Yes. So yes, there we go. There we are. So,
You cannot defy German engineering.
You can't.
No.
You can't.
Ross
You
from
can't.
Dort
Technique. Yes. Yes. It's just a shame there's a lot of people that don't know how to use German engineering, like when they're driving the cars and that little stalk on the side.
What's
You know,
that called then? That's the
Well,
spatula,
it's
isn't
a
it?
spatula, yeah.
Yeah, and you
Perhaps that's what it was. Instead of using indicators, they just hung spatulas
It's
out the
a
window.
spatula,
It's a
yeah.
spatula,
Yeah.
It's like I'm going this way, and I'm going that
That's
way.
right.
Yeah.
I told you it's
Yeah,
multi-purpose.
absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for that insight about spatulas.
yes.
I'm glad
This
you
is very
enjoyed
good.
that.
Thank you.
See, I'm
Yeah.
very knowledgeable.
Obviously. Yes. Yes. Anything else you're knowledgeable about?
The spatula,
Yeah.
definitely.
Right. Okay. Anything other than
The
spatula?
driving the car
With the-
incorrectly.
So how would you drive a car with spatula?
You just stick it in the steering wheel and you turn.
All right. Okay.
So she used a steering implement to support the wheel.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
And like you say, now I've decided I could use it as an indicator as well.
Yeah,
That'd be
that's
clever.
interesting.
Mm.
That's very
So
interesting.
is that a new development in the
It
use of the
is, yeah.
spatula?
Now
Yeah.
I'm taking German engineering one step further.
You are.
English engineering.
Yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely English engineering. So do you have German heritage then? If you
No,
engineering like that? Right, okay.
it's my speciality.
Yeah, right.
Well, I'll be
What,
honest.
not being German?
Yeah.
I'll be honest. The Germans are really good at developing
Excuse me.
it, and then we just come along and improve it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because there's a little known fact, right, that apparently a Welshman, right, invented the condom in 1622 by using a sheep's stomach.
That's interesting.
Yes. In 1653, the English improved it by removing it from the sheep.
And then we made it rubber. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the thing I've heard that the French invented the first toilet seat.
Yeah.
And then we came along and improved it by putting a hole in the middle.
Yes.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Yes. See, them old jokes, they're the oldest, aren't they?
lavatory.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Them old jokes are always the oldest.
Always the oldest.
Or
Always
if you're
it.
in German, toiletten.
Toiletum.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. I haven't learnt that in Italian yet. I don't
Oh,
know
yeah,
what
you're doing
toilet-
Italian
I'm
lessons
doing
as well now,
Italian
Pat.
lessons.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe you need to ask that question.
Yes. So
I
well,
would have thought that's quite an important question to know where the toilet.
I would
is
have
in
thought so.
Italian.
I can order coffee
But
and
you need
beer.
the toilet after the coffee.
Yeah. They haven't taught us that bit yet, but we're getting there. Anything else? What else did Jim have to say?
No, that was
That was it.
Asking what we would do for
would we do for
20,000.
20 grand? I think the short answer is not a lot.
Yeah, not a
Not
In
lot.
enough.
fact, nothing.
Add
Yeah.
some zeros.
Yeah. It's you could pay us 20 grand a week to do this.
Yeah, we'll continue doing this for 20
Do that a
grand.
week. Yeah.
Still add a zero for me.
Yeah. Appearance fees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. We got some strange appearance fees. So appearance
Is this
fees.
a guest slot on a regular basis? Is it?
It could become that.
Could
yeah.
become a
It
regular
could become
basis,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. We have asked a few people, but as we kidnapped you from Basildon Station earlier on,
Like, we didn't kidnap.
No, we didn't. She
We-
got in the car voluntarily.
Yeah, she volunteered.
Saved me from Basildon
Yeah.
We saved you from Don Basil de la Lingo.
Well,
Yes.
I haven't been there in a few years. It was a rather unique experience. Shall
But-
not be repeated.
But most people say that it's a unique experience when they
It's a
come
very
to
unique
Basildon. Yes,
experience.
yes, it's
Yes. It's
yeah.
even more unique when you get when you're meted at the station by the Don of Basildon Lingo.
Absolutely.
And that's what explains the black limousine that I was
Yeah.
collected
Yes.
in.
Yes,
The chauffeur-driven
a
limousine.
chauffeur-driven limousine. Yeah, yeah, because it was Basildon, it wasn't actually owned by the person that was driving it.
Good job I didn't know that then.
Yeah, we
Yeah, I bet you could-
just borrowed it.
Yeah, you could have probably figured that one out by the broken window
know,
on the
yeah.
driver's side.
You didn't tell me my spatula was actually driving.
I think about that now. I'm a spatula, so I've got many uses. Excellent. I can drive. I can indicate.
You can talk for half an
I
hour
could-
of nonsense.
Oh yeah, I could do that.
This
Well,
is now turning into a reference about how many times we can bring the spatula into the conversation.
yes.
It appears so, yes.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes,
Okay, we're
yes.
going with this
But,
theme then.
yes, but perhaps next meeting we have at work, we should do that. Suzanne and I do actually work together. Perhaps we should do that.
We could do.
Yeah.
I don't understand
Yeah,
what
but-
word we're
but-
talking about, but we can start talking about the spatula. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Might be rather interesting.
There'll be a few people because a couple of strange looks, won't there? But we'll have to
Yeah.
work that one in. Yes. Yes, we'll have to work that one in. So any other strange news stories?
I haven't actually seen
No.
anything else. No.
Have you heard
It's
any
been-
strange news stories as
No,
well?
I haven't heard any strange news
No
stories.
strange news stories.
Time to read the news. What's that?
Yeah.
It's apparently
Well,
Our,
apparently that's
um,
what your phones are for.
it's apparently our voluntary position until YouTube starts paying us.
Yeah. Strange news. What we got? What we got? That's not strange. Authorities say a babysitter checked under her bed for monsters and found someone. That's not really funny, but it is.
Aye.
There's no such thing as monsters. Look. Right. UK court finds men who stole 6 million gold.
It's
Remember,
a toilet. We're going back to the
remember the
toilet
gold toilet that got stolen from Blenheim Palace?
Yes.
Did you hear about that?
No, I did
Cou-
not hear
cou-
about
A
the
couple,
toilet.
a couple of years ago,
Right.
right? In Blenheim Palace, yeah, Winston Churchill's house, there was a solid gold toilet, right, that actually got stolen.
And how much was it worth?
£6 million.
Wow.
Right, or it says here $6 million. They've actually now found the thieves, and they've been found guilty. So the police eventually had something to go on then.
Yes.
Oh, they didn't flush it down the loo.
No.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
So here's the question though, right?
Go on.
How
How
do
do
you
you sorry?
Yeah, how do you carry it?
Yeah. Must weigh an absolute ton. Solid gold toilet.
Well, maybe it was a child's solid gold toilet.
No, it was a full size.
Oh, it was a full-size adult toilet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a big boy's toilet. Look
Yeah,
at that.
maybe
Big boy's toilet.
Wow.
maybe you
Okay.
picked it up and carried it out on a spatula. I don't know if there are any.
Yeah, they
yeah,
are
yeah,
they're
yeah.
multi-purpose, multi-useful.
Perhaps use a couple of spatulas to lever
Yeah.
it out of the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
certainly used a spatula when they melted it down, I can imagine.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Doomsday clock has never been closer to metaphorical midnight. What the fuck is metaphorical?
Is the
Right.
end of the universe?
Basically, yes. So I actually know about the Doomsday Clock,
There.
and it's quite depressing. So the
Well,
Doomsday Clock.
Stop talking about it then. This is supposed to be a happy podcast.
Oh
It's a
yeah.
happy podcast.
Yeah.
This is where you should be living your life to the max because
All right.
it's taking
Excuse
a
me.
few more seconds away
Yes.
from when the end of the world is happening.
Yes.
The Doomsday Clock is
sorry.
a theoretical, was a visual representation of scientists and political analysts' theories about the likelihood of the end of the world through either man-made disasters such as nuclear warfare, the events of natural disasters such as major earthquakes, tsunamis, and hurricanes, or combined disasters such as the effects of global warming. And the closest to midnight is the more dangerous society in the world is, according to these really, really intelligent people that spend all year studying data to then move a hand on a broken clock.
A few seconds.
Yes. Yeah, and the closest until now, the closest we have been to the end of the world was 90 seconds to midnight. And I think now we are actually under the minute, which is worrying.
So basically, you're saying it's 23:59 to the end of the world.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. So
Yes.
really, we should be partying, not working, shouldn't we? We
Yeah.
should be enjoying every second and every moment with our
Yeah.
spatula.
With our
That's
spatula.
a rather important thing.
Wave
Because who knows when
spatula in the ear, stick a
Exactly.
texture up your nose.
Who knows how long we're going to be here for?
Absolutely.
Because I'm sure we'll have no idea when it finishes.
Yes. Live for and when it does finish, are we going to know? We're going to go, oh, well, that ended.
No, we're not.
How do you know that?
Well,
Well,
because it's just going to
Do you
happen.
know what's beyond that?
No, I don't.
Well,
I'd
there you
like
go.
to
So-
hope
so
there's
you-
something
so
beyond
you
there
don't
with
know-
my spatula.
Yeah, it's just going to come up, go at the end. That's all, folks. And we're going to go, oh, well, that's finished. What are we going to do now?
Carry on in the afterlife if there
The
is one.
afterlife.
Yeah,
Yeah.
restart round 2, hit
Yeah.
refresh.
Hopefully land here before the dinosaurs.
Adam.
Adam, stop, listen.
Why did you make it a circle? Why not make it flat?
Yeah, that's a good point.
There
That's a
is,
good
yeah.
point. Yeah. Yeah.
Try a flat
But-
earth. See if that works.
Flat Earth. Yeah.
Well, there's an argument to be made scientifically that the Earth is arguably flat because the Earth is 70% water, right?
Mhm.
And by definition, a liquid is fizzy if it has more than a certain amount carbonation. The Earth has 70% of its water as completely uncarbonated water, which means that the Earth, by definition, is a flat liquid.
No, the water is carbonated.
No, it's uncarbonated because it's not sparkling.
No, it is
Carbonated water is sparkling water.
It is carbonated. Have you
Then
seen
where are the
have
bubbles?
you not seen them when you get in the waves and you get all the bubbles? And you got all the fish swimming around getting the oxygen out, and they go.
But that's not,
You've got scuba divers that go down and go.
That's
So
not-
it's carbonated in the sea.
that's not carbonated water though, because it's not the water itself carrying the carbon.
What?
There's a lot of hot air in this room.
It's
Gas
It's
going around.
because it's a south-facing conservatory
needs-
and the sun's
Needs
out. That's right.
further explanation
Yeah.
because I'm not going to admit that I know anything about it. The Earth is carbonated or not, but it's certainly not flat.
The water on the Earth is flat.
But the Earth
Yes.
is not flat.
The Earth is a ball filled with flat water, so the Earth is a flat sphere.
That's an interesting theory.
A flat sphere.
Yes.
But we shall
Bit
wait
like
to
a rugby
find
ball.
out. I'm just going to enjoy my spatula.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
if I build a big enough spatula to whack the Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or what you could do, instead of a message in a bottle, you could like put a message in
on
a
a spatula
sealed plastic bag, tie it to a spatula.
and see what
Lob that
happens with
in.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
See if Sting will write a song about that
Maybe
for
I
you.
could try rotating the Earth the opposite way with the spatula.
Turn back time.
Turn back time, affect
Yeah.
gravity,
Yeah.
the bubbles in the water,
So, yeah.
Yeah.
the motions of the ocean.
Or the motions in the ocean.
Oh, that's another thing.
Yeah.
When you're having a bath, I don't know what motions are going on in your ocean.
So whatever you do, just don't rock the boat.
No, I know.
No.
Imagine it all coming
Oh,
when you're on your next cruise, be careful.
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know where I was going to go with that. So
I don't know if I want to know where you was going to
No,
go with
no,
that.
I don't think I want to know where I was going to go with that.
Take the spatula with
Yeah. That's another use, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just go on. Yeah. Yeah. That's a third up for the books, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
How are we doing on time?
Time. 24 minutes.
24 minutes. Oh.
That went quick.
Yeah.
Now. Wow.
You was talking about spatulas.
I know.
That's what happened.
See, it's
Yeah,
special
yeah,
guest
yeah,
time, isn't
absolutely.
it? It's eaten up very,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
quickly.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, so should we say
Good to know that I was
yeah.
useless.
Yeah. Yeah.
And according to
Nothing new there.
Exactly.
yeah, I'd say just as useless as the rest of it. And according to our 10 subscribers, that must mean it's brilliant.
Yes,
And I don't
absolutely.
endorse a single word they're saying, and it's absolute rubbish.
And
But the people watching this already know it's absolute rubbish.
Oh, that's all right.
yeah, well, we have actually had one of our viewers describe this as a non-surgical lobotomy before.
Wow, with the spatula,
They haven't specified.
No, we could ask.
we could
So,
try the
yes,
lobotomy with the spatula.
Yeah. So the non-surgical lobotomy with a spatula. But if it's a non-surgical, you're using an implement that then becomes surgical, doesn't it?
Well, it depends on whether the implement's being inserted.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if it's being used to actually remove something like from inside, then it's surgery. If it's just being whacked out of you, then no.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
But I look forward to all my new subscribers wanting my signature and making me even more famous than I am now, and all those zeros being added onto my fees.
Absolutely.
I shall send you the check in the mail.
Thank you.
With the bill and everything else to go with it. I'll still find you.
Yes, I know.
It's fine though. We've still got the protection of Don Buzzard and Lingo, right?
That's right. Yeah, Don
Yeah,
Buzzard,
yeah,
Lingo.
yeah.
We'll sort it out.
That's fine then.
We'll sort it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you, Suzanne, for joining us.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you very
you.
much for the invite. It's been enlightening and eye-opening.
Yes, there you go.
Me and my spatula will go on to our next journey.
Yeah, you can go and spatula somewhere else.
I will.
So when you're using
I'm
so when
spatula
it's
special.
a spatula special, yes,
Yes.
right. So, well, thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you for watching.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Nice. Give us a like.
If you liked it, give us a like.
Even if you didn't like it, give us a like.
If you didn't like it, you can give it a dislike. It's still the algorithm still thinks you're acknowledging it and
The algorithm.
responding.
With the algorithm, we're back to the party in the swamp account.
algorithm. That was last week's
Right,
conversation.
okay.
Did I not teach you anything last week?
Probably, but I forgot.
Yeah, you slept since then, didn't you?
Yeah, because like you with me, I don't listen to words you say.
What?
Exactly. Right.
And I'm just speechless.
You are never speechless.
That's why it's
I've known you far too many
That's
years.
why I said I'm speechless.
Yeah.
You want to be
Yeah. It's not what I say; it's what I
What I
don't
don't
say. Yeah.
That's like the motto for this.
Absolutely. So yes, thanks for watching. If you liked it, give us a like. If you didn't like it, give us a thumbs down. Either way, as Trey says, the algorithms like it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, please. Share it amongst your friends or your enemies, because their likes and views are as good as yours. You can leave us a message on our X feed, which is Gap38_official.
You can find us on Spotify at Gap38 in the beginning.
Or
I
YouTube.
Yeah, or our YouTube, which
Which
is
is
Gap38
Yes.
on YouTube.
And you'll be watching this on either YouTube or
Spotify,
Spotify.
so you know one
Yeah,
of them two anyway.
And if you're not, let us know what one you
Yeah,
what one you're watching it on.
Yeah, let us know where you're watching this and who's stolen this from some weird corner on the internet and thought they'd be able to pass it back on.
Yes, thank you.
That would be interesting if we
It
have
will,
this
isn't it?
stolen and plagiarised off
As
us.
well, wouldn't it? Yes. Right. So
Spatulator.
yeah, spatulator.
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 Spatulator. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.